Hello everyone, welcome back to FBM Maine Outdoor Journal. It's another beautiful morning here, the sun's coming up. Good old Mildred will hit it out on the trap line to do some checks. Old Ahab the Bebop's coming in tonight. Jacko's coming in tomorrow night. Finish off my second week of vacation here before I go back to work. Got a couple more days with the coyote sets. No action yet. And then we'll just be doing rotational checks with the marten and fisher. So, well, we're gonna go out and check things this morning. Check out our beaver traps and see what we got. Let's take a look. No action there. Didn't have anything in the gravel pit. On to the next one. Well, let's get down to the old beaver spot here to see if we got anything. See if anybody might have trapped out before we got here, maybe. Oh, nothing in that one. Oh, we got action over here. We got action over here. Oh, that's a pretty good one. That's a pretty good one right there. It's a beauty right there. Nice. Well, we'll get him out of there and get this reset back up. See if there's another one kicking around here. Water's cold, I'll tell you that, Mr. Johnson. fisher bait there. Nice dark hide on him too. Not much room in there. I might have put him up on the ceiling. Alright, on to the next one. Alright, on to the second beaver spot here. Let's see. Froze up over where the trap was. See what that did to it. See if we got into it before it froze. He did not. Thought I could hear geese honking somewhere. Well, we'll leave her there. She'll probably thaw her out today. Want many traps in as possible for when Ahab and Jack will come. Alright. We'll go check our corner bears over here on the other side of the road. See if we got any action. Those beaver / otter sets there in the rapids. Turn you back on when we get down there. Oh, water dropped a little bit. I got to bring the springs down on that one. Same thing with this one, just a little bit. Actually, that one may be sprung. Looks like it's sprung. Piece of trash come down through there or something. I don't see an animal in it, but it's dark down there. It's definitely sprung. Oh yeah, I was worried about that. Alright, I'll get this one pushed down further and get this one reset. Alright, got that all reset. Now we'll move on to some more coyote sets. Oh my sakes, it's a turd. It's a turd. I've never seen one of them out here before. It's very rare. It's the rare turd. I got here before the burglar. The turd burglar. Old Joe Holland and his turd burglar over there. Him and Donnie. Nothing worse than a turd burglar. Well, the turd depositor didn't make her up to my set, I guess. Maybe tonight. Nothing. 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 I'll come in and check this box. It's going by, so I thought I'd swing in. It doesn't look like he fired. Meat in there? Oh yeah, meat in there. All wired tags. Locks are off. Resend everything up when we go do the full check when Ahab gets here. Give everything a good refresh before we let them soak a few days. Alright, might check a couple more marten sets before I head back and gotta take another boat out. I gotta see if I can get that float out. Boat out and the float out. I gotta skin flash that beaver. Then I gotta go pick up Ahab. He gets out of school at 12:30. So see what we can get done. Found me a nice 5-gallon pail. She won't hold water. The old bear been chewing on her sometime or other. I very seldom find a old gas can or a 5-gallon pail that's been in the woods very while that a bear hasn't caught and chewed on it, clawed on it. Even these old hydraulic pails from the logging day. That'd be good to throw some traps in or something. Get the litter out of the woods. We'll take that anyways. Well, we got a box over here we'll check out. Don't want to check too many. Let a hot hob get all the fur he can get here. This one doesn't look like it's fired. At least on this side, unless I forgot the lock on this side. You see the bait in there again. Lock on that one. Alright. It's going to be a good spot though. There's big old dead water down here. I think one will come through here eventually. Well, this will probably be the last one I check for today. Hopefully I'll be able to find some stuff. Whoop, this one's fired, I think. Ooh, that one's fired. Didn't look like it was when I first turned the camera on. Wowzers. What we got in there? Oh, looks like a marten. Looks like a marten. Froze in a little frosty this morning. Ooh. Ooh, she froze good. I did have a wire on the bottom of this one. No, I didn't. Oh, there she goes. I loosened her up anyway. There we go. Aha! Had his teeth sunkered into the old meat. Oh, that's a nice one. Look at that fur. Look at it. That is just as light and fluffy and soft. Oh my sakes. Oh my sakes. Oh, my pan fell off. Pan worked. First one I caught since I started putting the pans on. That did the trick. What happened to my bait? Oh, right here. Got that still. Big old gob of beaver fat and meat I flashed off a beaver. Alright, have enough slack here so I can handle this thing. Where'd my lock go? Oh, right there. There we go. I have to unwire this so I can get some slack. There we go. There he is. That's a beauty right there. Look at that. That is just gorgeous. Got quite a claw on him. We'll give him the old Joe Holland stretch. Holy! Look at the size of him now. I give him the old Joe Holland stretch. Look at that. That's just almost like marabou. That hide. That is going to make a quality garment right there. That is a beautiful, fine specimen of the Maine pine marten. Alright. Going to get this jewelry set up. See if there's another one sneaking around in here. Get my pan put back on. Spread them out a little so she fits a little tighter. Turn her up like this. I got that bent so the pan's on the bait side, so he gets way into it before he steps on it. So this design box, the trap actually springs away from the animal, so if you get him well in there, work pretty good. Whoop. I want that lock out there. There we go. Alright. Whoops. I almost sprung it. Then I take a stick like this and I put it on the one side of this trap. Like that. And put her on a little tilt. And then cinch them up so she fits tight. If I put that stick onto one side, that dog on that trigger stays up off the wood and springs a little easier. I don't like it being jammed right down tight to the wood. Just don't like it. It might fire, but I don't want to take a chance on it. So that's how we did that. Got a nice hunk of beaver meat and gristle from that beaver I spun out. Got another one today to do up for some more bait and a nice hide. Multi-use creature, the old beaver. Get caster for lure, meat for bait or eating. It's fine table fare, fine table fare. And then you also get the beautiful hides. Beaver is a very versatile creature. Reminds me a lot of the black bear. Black bear you can use a lot of. Alright, I gotta get this turned back around though. Set back up where it was, up on this old tree root thing here. The old sit right in there. This is a pretty good little setup where this whole cedar upended. Nice little spot there. Snap. At least that's what we hope for. Double check. Locks off, traps tagged, wired off. Alright, I think we're meeting all the requirements. A lot of requirements in Maine, heavily regulated, but at least we're allowed to still do it, and it's an important tool for conservation and management, because these marten and fisher have almost zero natural predators. And they nest raiders, eat a lot of partridge, eat a lot of eggs, eat almost anything they can find. So rabbits, all that stuff, squirrels. So I want to see lots of them around, but I don't want to see too many of them around so that they affect populations of other creatures. Kind of keep them in check. You'll never catch them all. You'll just get the cream off the top. This is a beautiful spot here. There was a little bit of a wet run in the end. The woods companies had to leave this run of cedar down through here. I bet if you hunted this, you'd find a lot of buck sign. I find a lot of deer sign out here because they cut it pretty hard out there. And just about far as you can see, it's cut hard there, and this is a beautiful runway for fisher, marten, weasel, deer, everything. Love these. Nice little funnels. So, got that beautiful marten there. Gonna head back to the old truck, show Mildred, and I'm gonna head back to the bus and start continuing packing things up there. Had a little ice in the river this morning. I gotta get that boat and float up out of there. We'll see you when we get back there. Look what I caught, Mildred. Ain't that a nice one? Ain't that gorgeous? Just as gorgeous as it can be, innit? Alright, you stay in there. I'm going to put him in the back. Hey, I got her on there. I forgot my rope, so I had to do a little Y2C out the trailer there. We'll see if we can pull her out. All right, I got we got all the boats out now and the float pulled up, tied to a tree for the winter. Now we're out here in the fair shed. Got to do a little fair. We got this nice fluffy marten we got today. Look at him the size of that beaver. That beaver is huge. Nice one. Big boy. His tail don't have any nicks either. I think I'm gonna skin that out. See if I can make some leather out of it, like that woman there on Darling's Leather and Fur YouTube channel has been experimenting with. Looks like it's gonna come out good. Start doing some skinning, huh? Get these boys put up. All right, we'll see you in a while. All right, we're all done here. That beaver was huge. I put my hoop out all the way and it just barely did it. It could have been a hair tighter, but it's gonna do the job. That's a monster right there. Look at my hand on there. I hate doing them ones. I'd rather do 5 mediums than I would one of them. All gristle. And we got the old marten hung up over there. We took a couple off the boards. Weasel and muskrat off the boards. Them ones there, they can just sit there on the board for a while. They ain't hurt nothing. Took that one off the hoop. It's got some nice pretty fur in it there. Look at that. A little dusty though, and playing in the mud. Took that one down. That was my case gun one. He wrinkled up a little. I gotta lay him flat here so he gets straightened back out. He's getting a little floppy there. Alright, I'm headed in. It's getting late. See what old Ahob's up to, and we'll see what we get tomorrow.